Alrighty, here we are back inside MatrixGold. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you find the video useful and helpful. If so, please smash that subscribe button. Really need those subscriptions. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We're just going to make a little something, kind of showcasing the solids object on curve. And you have a lot of things in there, and so why not use them? And this is just one way to use them instead of just flowing them along the side of your ring or something like that. So let's get started. Tools, let's go to the ring rail, and we'll just take the size 7. We'll go to our outside ring rail, and we'll bump that up to maybe around a 4, somewhere around there, and we'll bump this one out to 2.5, and this one down here to 2.5 as well. I just like the thicker shanks, and we'll go ahead and hit enter. And then we'll go to our curve menu, and we'll just grab a arc direction, and we'll change that to yellow, of course. And as you can see, we've got some new different in 3.2 here. We have some new different icons there, and we have some different colors down here. I guess you can change those if you wanted to. And then we'll just draw a line, something coming up here above our outside ring rail and below our outside ring rail, and then we'll just give it a little bump in, something like that. And then we'll just do some curve from 2 views here. Go here, here, enter, and then right click, bring it back here. This curve, did something wrong there, maybe clicked it twice. Right click, that curve, and this one. Alright, and we'll hit enter, and as you can see, our ring rail, or our outside ring rail and our inside ring rail are gone, but they're just hidden. We can bring them back at any time in our dynamics command. So we'll just work with this here so far. So we've got this, so let's grab a profile, of course. So we'll go to tools, profile placer, and we'll go ahead and swing that one around so it's facing up. So 1, 2, and it locks it in there, and we'll take it to our outside ring rail here, and we'll go ahead and just change that one. This is one that was had a long time, so it's only like a half a rail kind of thing. It's down here quite a bit. Haven't used it in a while. This one here, so it's kind of just a half a thing. So we'll select that one, and we'll click off, and it's still snapped to our rail there, so we'll come in here and do a little manipulation. It doesn't, now when we do the cut, it'll cut a little bit of that out, so we'll keep that in mind as we thin it down a little, and we'll take it down to about a 2.6 should be fine, and we'll hit enter. Now we'll just go to our surface menu, and we'll grab a surface 2, a sweep 2, so inside ring rail, outside ring rail, and then our profile, and hit enter, and we'll give it some shading there so we can kind of check it out, and we'll just go ahead and accept that. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to grab that one, I guess, and go ahead and mirror it to our other side. So holding down from F4, of course, and holding down shift, and we'll just put this one on the other side there. Alright, so we have something like this, and we'll just go to perspective now, and we'll go to our curves, and we'll go to all the way down the end to from object, and we'll dupe object, and we'll select that there and this here. Alright, and hit enter. Alright, so we have those. Now let's just grab a line curve, and with our O snaps on and our quads, we'll find our quads somewhere in here. Hopefully there. Okay, there, and over to the quad on that one there, and then we'll do the same thing over here. Quad there to quad there. Now we'll go to do a surface sweep 2, but we won't use parametric this time. We'll just use a normal sweep 2, and we'll just take this ring rail here, or that rail there, this one here, and this one, and that one there, and hit enter, and we'll just go ahead and accept that. Now we'll take that, we'll change it to this layer here, and we'll take that and we'll go to our transform and go do an auto base, and we'll hit enter, and we'll drag that up out of the way, kind of out of the way there. Go to our top viewport, we'll change that to a more friendlier color here, and we'll just go back to our dupe, our recent commands, our dupe edge, and we'll just go ahead and go around here and select these edges. Just what I like to do. You don't have to do this. It's and then we'll just turn that off. And then we'll go back to our recent commands again, and we'll grab that line from the mid to the mid. Excuse me. Alright, and from here what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put something on there. So we're going to go to our solids, and we'll go to our objects on curve. Now you have all kind of things that you can choose from depending on how you want to set it up. We're just going to take something simple for this demonstration. We'll select that there, and we'll just go in here. And orientation, let's go to our dynamic commands. Orientation method, we'll go ahead and just point those to down, and we only need one of them, so we'll just get rid of all those others, and we'll take that one and we'll just go ahead and drag it out as big as we can get it, and we'll hit enter. Okay, and then we'll take this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to where my lines line up. They all light up white, and then find my mid, which is right there. So it's in my mid, and then I'll go to transform, go to my scale, and go to 3D scale, and then we'll just go right back to that mid there, and we'll just kind of bump this thing up something like, I don't know, something like this here. And we don't need that so big in the middle there, so we're going to just go ahead and drag that one in a little bit, something like that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that from that midpoint over, and then I'm going to kind of watch those edges there, holding down shift, and then kind of watch those edges, kind of get them in line together, right? And then hit enter, and then I'm going to go ahead and just bump that out just a little. That's okay, and then we're going to check those edges out again so they kind of line up pretty close, and then hit enter. And the reason being is if I go and check it, oh, wrong one, I can see that it looks like they're pretty much connected there, right? So that's what I want, that's what I'm kind of going for. And now what we'll do is we'll go take this one, and we'll just go ahead and do a taper on it. So we'll come over here, we'll select this side, and we want to go ahead and turn on, enable our second link. So right now we only have this link, we can only taper this way. We don't want to taper it just this way. Really we don't want to taper it all this way, we want to taper it this way. So we're just going to enable that one, so we have this one on, and we'll squeeze that down a little bit, something like that. Alright, and then we'll hit enter, and then we'll take that green one there, we'll go ahead and change it to a different layer and turn it off. Now this one here, I think I'll do a little manipulation with too, although we can do it later. I'll go to a cage edit, and we'll do a cage edit, bounding box, world, and 4, we'll change it to 5. We'll give it 5 points. This in the X direction. We'll give it 5 points in the Y direction, and we'll just go ahead and give it 5 points in the Z direction, and hit enter and enter, and now we have our cage. So we'll go ahead and let's see. We'll select, let's see, we'll go ahead and, well, we'll go to our perspective here, and I'll just spin it around this way so I can kind of get a good look. And let's see, we'll go ahead and grab all these up here, and we'll just bump them up a little something like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and reselect those in the middle there and bump them up a little bit more. So we'll get something like that. Alright, and let's take a look at it. Alright, so that should be okay, and we'll hit enter, enter, and delete. Delete that cage edit. And we'll just grab this one and go to our top viewport, and we will mirror it from here over to our other side, holding down shift, and we got that. So we have this. Let's take this and this here, and let's put them on our green layer as well, so they're all together. And then from here we want to go and do smart flow. So we'll go here, we'll turn on our surface again, we'll go ahead and pick that surface, and we'll pick our destination surface, check out our, it looks okay, and we will go ahead and flow those up there. So objects, we'll grab this object, that object, and this object, and hit enter and give it a little time here. Flow that up there, see where it's laying. Taking a little long tonight. Alright, any day now. It's not that much to flow. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we have that. Alright. Yeah. Not too bad. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and accept that. And give it a little bit more time. And we've got that. So we'll go ahead and just take this, this here. Alright, we'll take this, hold down shift, this, and we'll just kind of make that a little bit thicker there. And give it some time to update. Boy, it's taking some while tonight. Wonder if the wife and daughter are playing video games. Yeah, it's running slow. There we go, creating mesh. Okay, broke history, no big deal. Let's see. Alright, let's see where we're at. Okay, we got this sticking through on the bottom here a little bit, so boy, it's acting a little strange tonight. And we'll go to all our perspectives here because we need to check out this here. And we'll go ahead and drag this up around there. Get rid of this in here, or at least thin it down some. And then wait for the update. Oh wow, it's running real slow tonight. Come on. Creating mesh. There we go. Okay, so yeah, got rid of it, so that's good. Alright, let's give it a second here. Alright, so we got it. Alright, there we go. We got it back. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I can keep on playing around with this, or I can come over here. We'll go ahead and turn on our outside ring route. And we'll just edit that a little and see if it'll update for us. Bring it down, something like that. And bring this one in just a little. Maybe this one a little bit more. Something like that. And we'll go ahead and hit enter, see if that works. Alright, it's updating, I guess. That or frozen, one of the two. It's running real slow tonight. Come on. This is an easy update there. There we go. Come on. Boy, running real slow tonight. I don't think I've ever had it running this slow before. This is creating mesh parameters. There we go. Creating mesh again. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got something like this going on. Alright, yeah. I'm afraid to update anything. Alright, so right at this point, let's just go ahead and we'll grab this here and just kind of turn it to gray, turn it off for right now. Hopefully that'll free up. Oh, now it's okay. I thought that would have made it a little easier. We'll go ahead and take this surface though, and we're just going to bump that out a little bit. Oh, it's running slow tonight. Alright, so we got that. It's touching here, touching there, it's touching everywhere. So let's take a look at what we got here so far. Alright. Take this surface, go ahead and turn it to gray. And we will, let's see, take all our yellow and go ahead and hide that as well. Alright, so we've got this going on. Looks pretty cool. At this point, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab a curve again. Grab an ISO, oh, not a dupe, ISO curve. Extract the ISO curve, select our surface, that'll be this one. And we want to put it right there at the 5.0 so it disappears, and then hit enter. And then we'll grab that line and we will go ahead to our gems and we'll do some gems on a curve. We'll give it our surface, that one there, so all our stones line up. Go to all our perspectives and we'll just kind of set it up a little bit, something like that there, and we'll bring this one on down around same area, somewhere around here, and we'll go ahead and taper that in the middle. Make those stones just a little bit larger right in the middle there. Larger. Something like that there perhaps. Maybe not so. Yeah, it looks okay. And we'll just go ahead and do a placement. Placement method, we'll do table. And I'm going to turn it to our wireframe. And we have a lot of metal there, it looks like, that we can drop it down. So we'll give it a little extra protection since they're on the outside there. And I think that moved my center there. Yeah, just a little. So what I'm going to do is kind of rearrange that so it's kind of back in the center there. Something like that. And let's see. We should be okay. So we'll hit enter. We'll select those stones. We'll go to our cutters. Grab a channel cutter. And we'll change that to a square or flat. And we'll do some manipulation here. We'll drag that out a little bit so we can get our prongs in there nice and easily. We'll take this a little bit out. We'll go ahead and change this profile to my favorite there. That's kind of my go-to. And we will drag that up and bring it back down to squash it right up there with our stones around our girdle. something like that, and we will give it some shading so we can kind of make sure we're got lots of room left, which looks like we are doing pretty good. And we'll go ahead and hit enter, and now we'll go to our solids, do a Boolean difference. This is our first surface, enter. That is our second surface, enter, and there we go. Yeah. Alright, so we'll select our, hit enter, select our stones, go to our settings, go to prong placer. First thing we want to do, of course, is gives those prongs some extra height. Stone setter will love me. And actually they look okay right there. Maybe make them just a little bit larger, maybe perhaps. But they don't look bad really. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we'll just take that. We could change those outside, but really don't need to. And then we'll grab those, and we will go to our cutters again, and go ahead and get our gem cutters out there. We'll change it to shading, and we don't want to cut it through, because as you can tell, it's going to be cutting it through at an angle, and it gets all jacked up there. So we don't want to do that. We'll go ahead and turn it to shading, and we will drag these up just pretty close to our bottom, so we'll drag this up a little bit and then drag that back down. Something like that should be fine. And we'll just go ahead, give it some shading, take a look at it, and accept that. And we'll do another Boolean, a solid, Boolean difference. This is our first surface, enter, second surface, enter, and there we go. And hide our stones and hit enter. So that looks okay. Yeah. Alright, so we have that. Now we'll just go ahead and grab this one and go ahead and get rid of it. And we'll turn back on our stones. We'll select our stones, our prongs, and our ring, and we will mirror that over to the other side. F4, holding down shift. So we have that. Right, so we've got a pretty decent looking ring there so far. Very easy to make. Switch back to our shading. Now we need to close this puppy up, right? So we need to get that ring rail, outside ring rail and inside ring rail back out there. So we'll go to turn this on, click on our three dots there, go to show, and then we'll also do that to the ring rail and show. So now it has both of them out there. And we will grab our ring rail, and we'll just grab another profile. And this one we're going to do a little bit different. Let's see where to put it, all the way to the top. Okay, so we'll go all ports, kind of set it up so we can see everything. And we'll need to drag that down. Let's turn on our wireframe so we can kind of see where those end. Drag that down to somewhere around here, and we want to probably change that profile a little bit. Yeah, it's probably not a bad, but we want to make it flat across the bottom so there's no indentation on the inside of our shank. So find a profile that's got a flat bottom with maybe a little rounded top. Let's see, what do we got here? Flat bottom, rounded top. Flat bottom, rounded top. Yeah, that doesn't. This one looks okay. I don't like this one here. Yeah. Okay. And we'll select that. And we will snap it to our outside ring rail. Actually, we don't have to. We can adjust it if we want. So let's go ahead and just turn that off. Let's do it manually. We'll bring this out just a little bit, something like that. And then we'll go ahead and mirror it over to our other side. We'll check it out. It's okay. And we'll go ahead and put one down here at our bottom, holding down shift. And we definitely don't need that one so large. So let's grab that and bring it in some. Let's go to all our perspectives and turn it on wire so we can kind of get a good look here. Yeah, something like that. maybe bring this one out just a little. Don't want it sticking out. There we go. Alright, so let's give it some shading. We'll hit enter and take a look. Looks okay, so we'll go to our surface 2 sweep. We'll grab, well, really it's just surface 1 at this point, so we'll just grab our surface 1 parametric, grab that ring rail, go from this profile here to that profile, not that, control, select that one, and hit enter, and kind of take a look at it. And actually that looks okay. And we'll just go ahead and take that and hit enter. Yeah, I like that. There is possibly one more thing that you'd want to do. Since we have all these sharp edges, you might want to just go into your solids there and go down to your fillet edge, grab that edge curve and maybe do some filleting here. And we want to turn that preview on to yes, so we'll just do a preview here, hit this, and hit blue, which is no big deal. Just go to set all, and we'll just type in a 0.6, see what that does. A 0.6, okay. Yeah, that kind of swirls it, rounds it off a little bit. And we'll hit enter. And we'll hit OK, we'll check our surface. It says varies. Now it says closed, and it says closed, so we're good to go. You know, that fillet will just give it a little extra look since everything else is rounded off. That's probably not a bad thing to do. You could probably even do it to this here. So you could right click, bring it back, select that one, select this one, do maybe, go ahead and hit enter, take a look at it, might as well 0.6, and actually that's not too bad, and hit enter. And just check your surface again, close poly surface, close poly surface, close poly surface. Yeah, you're good to go. And it just gives it a little different, softer look, right? Not so rigid. Alright, so there you go. I hope that helped. And if it did, please, again, leave a like, subscribe, and a comment below.